And here we are. And it's flipped again. Okay. But I think you can clearly see that I'm not Sevens1ns.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, we have our special guest here, and I'm really, really happy that he came all the way here to the German Crystal Cup to kind of get an introduction into the Final Fantasy trading card game.
Completely new to it.
Yeah, so just maybe you want to make an introduction about yourself now that there's a lot of people on stream that know you, that love you, and a lot of people that may not have seen you so far.
My name's Sevens1ns. As you all know, I love Final Fantasy. I've been streaming it for ever since I started streaming it. I'm a streamer on Twitch. I should probably mention that.
Yeah.
And I am honestly just really excited. I got some pointers. The game was just taught me a little bit like basics wise and everything, and yeah, it's cool to work with everything Final Fantasy, obviously, but this flew under the radar for me. I have to be completely honest about, and it's been pretty cool so far.
Yeah. So you've not seen or heard anything about it so far?
I feel like I might have seen it,
No,
but it just didn't register one way or the other. Like, I don't know. It should have occurred on my radar for sure.
Yeah, it's a reaction that we kind of often get, but that's not a problem. I mean, that's what we're here. That's why we're talking about it. That's why we're making streams and having such great tournaments as this year. So, yeah, what have you seen so far? How was your experience with the FTCG?
I gotta say, I just started at the beginning. We came in here in the town hall, and we walked in, and we saw. It feels like 200 people. And they were, first and foremost, what I notice, and I don't want to say that the Final Fantasy crowd is a very peculiar crowd, but sometimes you can kind of pick people out like, okay, these are Final Fantasy fans.
Yeah.
And walking into a building with 200 Final Fantasy fans always gives me a good feeling. So, you know, that was the first thing that I could already tell that people were pretty passionate about what was going to happen here. And then when I actually saw the matches starting and I got the little introduction and everything, it was pretty cool to see. Like, again, I've never played a physical card game in my life before. I've never started collecting anything, and watching people like be passionate about that, and especially after I got the introduction, like this is that. It's been overwhelming.
Yeah,
I should
head
say.
Is not exploding.
No. That's why I took off the hat, because I'm running out of space. Yeah, it's overwhelming for sure.
It's kind of funny that you said that it's so different with the Final Fantasy fans, because when my FFTCG was my first TCG as well, and when there was a pre-release for this, means you can kind of test out the new set a week before there was an event in the store, and at this point I didn't really know how people are that are playing this game, so I was a little bit afraid, to be honest, like will they be nice? And so I went into a store, and then a player from another TCG came to me and was like, I don't think you're playing Magic, are you? And I'm like, no, I'm playing Final Fantasy. Yeah, you don't look like a Magic player. I was thinking like, okay, what does a Magic player look like? What does a Final Fantasy player look like? But he kind of said that, I look like a typical Final Fantasy player.
Okay, oh wow.
Not sure if this was...
I mean, I just take it as a compliment and move on. Yeah.
But it was a really nice experience, to be honest. The whole event there, and this is why I continued playing it. I wasn't scared after this, and no, never again. It was really great. It was really fun. And we kind of also got something really special from Tim, which you've met.
I just heard something really special is about to happen on the stream for the fans at home, apparently.
Because the new set is coming, is being released next week with the pre-releases, and the week after completely fully where I can buy the displays. So the things that everybody's super hyped for is the spoilers. Because you kind of get new cards teasered, and
I know all about it. I know that feeling.
So I've not seen the spoiler yet either, so it's also a surprise for me, but we are now kind of showing off a new spoiler. Yeah, so shall I press the button?
Let's go.
Let's press the button. It's a Dragoon.
It's a Dragoon.
We kind of already got a Dragoon spoiler, I think yesterday. The cost required to play Dragoon onto the field is reduced by 1 for each job Dragoon or card named Dragoon you control. It cannot become 0. Wow, that's a I think the other Dragoon we got spotted yesterday was a Final Fantasy 14 Dragoon that is also benefiting if you have like 3 Dragoons onto the field. But I would have to reread because I also just saw this card yesterday.
Okay.
Tactics Advanced artwork, which looks really nice.
So this will synergize pretty well with that other card.
Yeah, there's people trying our Dragoon decks since, to be honest, I also tried a Dragoon deck back then in Opus 4, but it never really worked out because it's usually when you kill one key card, the deck kind of doesn't stabilize so much anymore. But Dragoons are getting a lot of love. They kind of we got Barbara in the current opus that gives all Dragoons haste, which means they can attack immediately when they enter the field.
So I've learned.
Yeah, and this can be really nice. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the art. It's Tactics Advance is one of those games that I don't think gets mentioned enough. Like in the Tactics franchise, obviously. So it looks like a pretty cool card.
I also think that this is another artwork that we are only getting exclusive for the FFTCG, because the artist has drawn a lot of cards so far for the TCG, which is also really nice for collectors. So I'll just press it. Okay, so if you've missed the spoiler, don't worry, we will show it again and again.
I'm sure you'll repeat it. Can people look it up somewhere or not yet?
Yeah, on our webpage, fftcg.org/spoilers, sadly with an S at the end, you can find them all, but it's not uploaded yet, so just, we will try uploading it as soon as possible when we can do.
Cool.
Okay, so Matt has told you about the game mechanic. Matt is one of the judges, and he's been explaining the game mechanics to you.
Yeah, he's a long time fan as well, so it was pretty cool to meet you.
I think Christmas came really early for him today. So, I'm not sure, I mean, he has explained you the cards, the way how to play them, but there's another thing which I think is really great in this TCG and why it's also great for Final Fantasy fans, because it also features the lore of the cards really well. So the characters are not just like, okay, here have a cloud, it's strong because it's main character or something.
I want to jump in on that immediately because I opened one of the starter packs and at the top was Vaughn. And when it said that Vaughn was of the wind element, I immediately was like, that's correct. That connects. I don't know why, but it's like it made sense for Vaughn to be the wind element. Yeah,
there's a lot of things. We are also on our webpage having like an article series called Card Stories, where we are kind of talking about the lore of the cards. Like, why is this card like this? Why are having Palom and Porom a synergy in the card game too?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. So I know in your Final Fantasy VII speedruns there is one cutscene that is kind of getting some special love, I would say. If you've not seen anything about Final Fantasy VII yet, and you're completely oblivious to the game, there's a spoiler now. So
spoiler warning.
It's a spoiler for Final Fantasy VII, but if you've seen his speedruns, then you're aware of what I'm talking about in a moment. We are talking about the cutscene where Aerith has, let's say, an accident.
Right, I figured that was coming.
So, I mean, you've gotten a lot of gifts today already, but I have one special gift for you. And this is, people may recognize, this is a Sephiroth promo card. This is kind of, in this case, rare, because we are not having promos anymore. We have alternative artwork prints. So people that are not able to visit shops and tournaments can keep up with they don't have, like, they're not missing a super strong promo card. But this was like the very first promo card ever printed. Oh, wow. And this is a card that only exists in this version. So, and I'll say the card text for you. It's Hell's Gate. It's an S ability, so you need another Sephiroth. You need 2 CP and dull him. Choose one backup. Break this. What do you think? What type of card is Aerith?
That's pretty mean. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
So this is for you, just kind of to.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh my. That's crazy. Thank you so much.
I know you have a lot of other Sephiroths back there, so you can now go and break all these arrows.
I feel so mean now. It sure happens a lot. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
You don't have to thank me for that. I would have gladly came anyway, because, you know, Final Fantasy events, like, where I live are pretty much non-existent, sadly, in the Netherlands. I don't know if that means that the Netherlands just doesn't, like... I don't know. I think there are a lot of Final Fantasy fans in the Netherlands, but for some reason we just don't have a lot of events. But this is... once I heard about Fan Festival, obviously, yes, last year, I think it was in Frankfurt, I immediately went, and if I had known about this, I would have immediately went here as well, because any place that I could go to meet some Final Fantasy fans, I will gladly go to. So, but no, yeah, obviously, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
And thank you for introducing me into the TCG, because again, I had no idea, and I'm pretty excited to get started with what I've got.
Yeah, we are really glad that you're enjoying it, and yeah, I hope we will see you on more events. I mean, there's loads of them this year.
Don't worry about it, that'll be fine.
Yeah. Is there anything from chat that you want to know?
Not really. I already saw some stuff in there. No, I'm not Carolyn. I am.
Yeah, we kind of.
I'm this one. I'm this one.
Yeah.
But no. What's I think people would just agree with that. Okay. But I think actually it goes to like maybe more of a global scale. I think we just need more Final Fantasy events in general.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's not necessarily even a German or Dutch thing or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy 14.5 is also just every 2 years when a new expansion hits. So could get more of these too. So.
Yeah, some meetups maybe. I don't know. It's a big franchise. There are a lot of fans all over the world, and my main the main things that I stream are obviously the. Is it coming? There it is. I'm
just showing this spoiler again.
Sure.
So.
There you go. You can see it again. Yeah. And the main thing that I stream obviously is Final Fantasy. So, it's always beautiful to become more involved, whether it's like through a game or with the community or with the fans. It's I love it. So, more events, please, Square, please.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Yeah, but you got the card over here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this is about. That new reveal.
The new reveal. Yeah, that's the new spoiler. Okay. We will have a tiny break now till the next round. I'll also make a short break now. And yeah. See you later.
Thank you again.
Yeah.